This is the drive home with
Zac
and TT for the Mill drive home. Driving home from Vicarage Road, where it finished. Watford 0,
Millwall 2.
Yes, what a massive win, a fantastic performance. The double over a very poor Watford side. Driving down the M25, it's only 20 past 3. The sun's still shining, a barbecue on tonight. Oh, what a good Saturday. What a fantastic Saturday. And this Millwall team, we always knew it, that, you know, that we had so many injuries and we've hung in there. We played very, very good today. Before we go any further, all the thanks for the messages about Zac. He had to go to A&E and double up on antibiotics, but eventually he started to get better, which was really good, and so we really appreciate that. You know, a round of applause and the celebrations for Graham Taylor. I think we respected that well in the 72nd minute. Obviously a previous England manager and what he'd done at Watford Football Club. Watford are not going to want to play Millwall again, that's for sure. I tell you what, if they ever make the playoffs, they'll be like, I don't care who we play, but we don't want to play Millwall, because they have done absolutely nothing against us for another time. We just seem to have the physical dominance, you know, that they just cannot work with. And on top of that, they just do not know how to play against us. They created 2 chances in the entire game, and one was right at the end of the first half. Don't get me wrong, if they take them, you know, the scoreline could be completely different, but they just really offered nothing the entire match. And if it wasn't for a very poor second half from the referees, lost control of the game when Watford were losing their heads. Imran Losers got to see red, and another one of the Watford players needs to see red, and we'll talk about it during the game. But if you don't mind, put your messages in below. What do you think? Obviously we've got a tough game against Coventry on Tuesday night, which obviously we'll be going to. Stick a like on the video. We haven't met the 300 like mark, so we'll stick it again. Can we get 300 likes? It would be appreciated. And if you're not subscribed to one of the best channels on YouTube, then get yourself subscribed, press the little bell, and then you'll find out when we're going live, if we're ever going to go live. Obviously I'll normally only do it for the FA Cup, but we appreciate your support anyway. We started off with Crocombe in goal, a very strong back line with Crammer and Doughty, the right back and left back, Cooper and Taylor, who absolutely swallowed the Watford striker today, who just decided that he was wearing ice skates, kept falling to the ground every time. He had kind of...
No, it wasn't just him though.
I know it
wasn't. Entire team.
Yeah, their entire team. But I mean, he really did throw himself against the dominance of Cooper and Taylor. In front of them, a fantastic midfield pairing. Although I'd say it weren't his best game, Billy Mitchell. Just... I really liked what he did at the end and took no rubbish, and still he played his heart out for the entire game. You can ask for no more. And then the return of Casper Denor, who obviously only played 45 minutes but had a really good 45 minutes, and hopefully it was just part of his recovery, and he's not picked up any specific issues. On the left you had Zieno Ballo, on the right you had Femi Aziz. We had Negley, who I thought played really well today, really well, just behind Ivanovic, and I don't think Ivanovic played that well actually. So it was that's a very strong lineup for us. There's no doubt about it. You know, that's getting some serious players back. Obviously, it would have been nice for Donata to play the whole game, but we were on the front foot. Watford did not pressure our defenders when they're on the ball, and normally that's the case. We had a few long throws into the box. When you know, Aziz looks like he's going to throw it long. I've never seen him throw it long, but we've done really well in getting that 1-2, and then Aziz would put some dangerous balls into the box. We'd had our first chance from, I think we had 3 fouls in the match because the referee decided that it was only going to go one way, but one of them was a ball into the box. It got cleared and it went to Doughty, and Doughty played a lovely chipped ball into Taylor. Somehow rose fantastically, and he's facing kind of the wrong way, but kind of flicked his head on. The keeper makes a good save and tips it over the bar. And then Watford's only big impact on the first half was the ball boy, who decided that he's going to take things into his own hand and try and get Watford, get Watford into the game, and he the ball doesn't go out of play, and he's just in front of the corner flag, and he picks the ball up
on the pitch,
miles on the pitch. The referee didn't know what to do. The referee had absolutely no idea. He was asking, I think the lineswoman had to tell him what he needed to do in that situation, and it was obviously it would have been a drop ball in the old days, but Because we played it, it's technically
our ball, even though it was clearly going out.
Yeah, it was clearly going to go out, but he took it before then, so it should be our ball. The ball boy got quite a lot of grief.
Yes.
Yeah, quite a lot of grief. Although when he was moved, it was quite funny that another ball boy had been brought into the situation, and we gave the new ball boy. We said we wanted our old ball boy back because obviously he was playing for us. He'd give us an attacking moment. So a little bit of light-hearted relief at the football. We created the next chance. It was a really good bit of movement from Aziz. Won the ball. It was actually on the left side. Obviously, it normally plays on the right, but it was on the left side, and he tries to curl it into the top left-hand corner, and it just goes above the post.
Yeah, with his weak foot.
Yeah, with his weak foot. The next chance was that the Doughty chance, or did we have one before that?
Yeah, I think it was the Doughty chance.
So Doughty on the far part of the ball, I think it was Crammer that played the ball right over the top. It falls to Doughty, and it's a fantastic strike, and just goes over the bar. It's kind of ones where you want him to hit it slightly less powerfully because he just catches hold of it so well.
Or you want him to hit it with the same power but get his foot on top of the ball.
Yeah, slightly on top of the ball because he's not far out and he goes over the bar. Then we score a goal. Ball from the free kick. It's played into the box. The keeper comes out, makes an absolute hash of it. The ball drops to Aziz, and Aziz does really well. It's a really neat finish to put it into the back of an empty net. And it was quite lucky that it's fallen to Aziz and he's done well to put it away. But for some reason, we know why. But so the lineswoman put a flag up, and it must have been extremely close.
I think it was Taylor who won the original header. That was probably offside.
Yeah, well, it would have been very close to being offside, and obviously it was given. So, but we did have the ball in the back of the net. And funny enough, just after that, just before half time, Watford created their only chance in the first half. They had 2 chances in the entire game. Their only chance in the first half, and it was a corner. The only corner that they got. I think it must have been right on half time.
Right on half time, yeah.
And 6 minutes of half time because of the amount of injury time. I think the trainer came on about 4 times for Watford players. None of them were, of course, injured. Loser looked like someone had broken his knee and was up about 30 seconds later. So, a corner into the back post, and for some reason I think there's a foul actually on one of our players, but it's not.
There's got to be a foul.
Yeah, and so because their player's completely unmarked, our player's laying on the floor, and it's a really poor header. He puts it wide. And that was like I said, that was their only chance. We go in at half time and you're thinking they can't be as bad as they were in that first half. They're gonna step it up. And to be honest, the first 10 minutes of the second half they did start to play a little bit better than they had done in the first half. They were getting more possession, attacking us down the wings. Crammer struggled a little bit in the game. I thought Negley was really good at not only breaking up the play but getting on the ball and giving us some good attacking threat. And we create a fantastic chance. The ball is played out wide to Femi Aziz, who puts in, I think it was a first-time cross, and it was an absolutely superb cross. Really, really top quality cross. Langstaff, who had come on for Denor at half-time, is diving. I think he should have done better, to be fair. He's got a lot of the goal to aim at.
Oh, he should have done a lot. He should put in.
He should be scoring.
A championship striker should put that in the back of the net.
Yeah, and he doesn't, and he doesn't put it in the back of the net. And you're thinking we're going to pay for that because you can't keep creating chances as good as chances as that, and not take them. We then concede our only chance of the second half to. I think Watford made a couple of subs, and it was the sub. I think it was the sub's first touch. Somehow the ball's it's down the Watford right, and he crosses it across.
Yeah.
And the Watford player's completely unmarked. We've switched off and let him sneak in. And you're always told to go across goal. And for some reason, he fires it into the near post, into the side net. It wasn't close actually.
No.
It went to the
Watford fans celebrating.
Yeah, it went to the back of the far. It didn't go near the post. It went to the back of the net.
Yeah, it went to the back of the box net.
Yeah, and really poor finish from them. And that was their only time they really done anything. They had a few balls into the box after we scored, but they didn't really look like scoring. And we. The first goal was, again, Femi, it's the best 1-2 you'll probably ever see in football. Crammer from one side on the byline. It's a wildly overhit cross.
Yeah, it's a terrible cross.
Yeah, it's a terrible cross. Finds Doughty, who picks the ball up on the other touchline. That's how bad it was. And Doughty drills the ball back in. And what Crammer has done really well is he's found his way into the box. he flicks it down and it falls fantastically to the person you want it to fall to.
Yeah, I said to the person behind us, I went, before that goal, if you name me anyone to be on that ball, you want Femi Aziz on it, because he will try and keep it low to the floor, he'll get it on target, and that's exactly what he did.
Yeah, he just takes a little touch out of his body, and I think it was left-footed into the bottom left-hand corner, and the away end was a place to be. Absolute madly, everyone's jumping on top of everybody else. It was cuddling all over the place. It was a fantastic place to be, because it felt right, it felt just.
Yeah, and it was a relief as well that we had got the first goal in a game that we deserved to get the first
because
goal.
we didn't get it at Southampton, did we?
Yeah, exactly.
We had a very similar game against Southampton and didn't take the chances and nearly lost it at the end, funny enough. But obviously came away 0-0. Today it was right. It felt correct that we got the first goal. And then it was just, Coburn's come on for Ivanovic, and we just looked so.
It was a loss.
Yeah, it was. We were so comfortable in possession. So comfortable. Crammer and Doughty.
Doughty was unbelievable.
Doughty,
today.
yeah, and we'll talk about the man of the match. But I thought he had an absolute cracker. We said about Negley already.
Yeah.
But it was the balls. I think it was a throw-in for Watford. We kind of turned it over in the middle. It falls to. I think it was Negley.
Yeah, it was Negley.
I think it was Doughty passes it to Negley, and Negley plays a lovely ball between the defenders. Coburn's running onto it. It's perfectly weighted. The keeper's coming out, and I thought Coburn was going to take it round the goalkeeper. He doesn't take it round the goalkeeper, but it's a fantastic finish.
A bit like Macaulay Langstaff at Norwich.
Yeah, and he just but the other way round.
Yeah,
because he's kind of coming out from the right side of the middle, and he puts it to the bottom left-hand corner, and then again, absolute craziness in the away end, and it was.
That was the relief.
It's relief, and something special's happening this year, and there's no getting around it. It feels like something could happen.
Yeah.
There are some really good teams in the Championship, and we keep playing good teams in the Championship, like Bristol City. We've done the double over them. Good teams, the form team, one of the form teams in the division in Watford, and we've done the double over them. These things, results don't happen by accident. You are where you are. We are where we deserve to be, and to continue to play the way that we've played with the injuries that we've had, the amount of key players we've been without, is absolute testament to Alex Neil, and his song was sung roundly after the second goal. I think
it's appreciation. You can't not appreciate a manager who has done wonders at a club that was looking well. If you have Gary Rowett or Neil Harris on that team, where we had no players, they'd play the wrong side, or they wouldn't be able to tactically keep their tactics up.
They wouldn't, because we're so negative under those managers, that it would be inevitable that the other team would score. But because we try to play, we try to attack, like going to Southampton with the team that we did and being as dominant as we are, is down to the fact that Alex Neil is. Yes, we've got better players. There's no getting around it. It's a very good squad we've got at the moment. The signings that we've made in Crammer and Taylor especially, and obviously Aziz. There's some really good players at the club at the moment, and that's making a big difference. Who was your man of the match today?
I'd say Doughty, because one, the player that he was on the whole game was apparently better than Femi Aziz. Maya was better than Femi Aziz, according to Watford fans. And I'm not sure if it was Doughty or the player, but Doughty just silenced him.
Yeah,
he didn't do a thing. Doughty, every time he went down the line, tackled him, and almost every ball that he delivered was pinpoint.
Yeah, he's quality, Doughty, and the more he gets fit, the fitter he gets, he's just going to get better and better, and it really is a difference maker, an absolute difference maker. And obviously, it's fantastic that he's a Millwall fan. It was the loudest Billy Mitchell is one of our own I've ever heard today, and after he stood his ground.
Yeah, and it wasn't one of his best games either. No. It just shows when you care about the club, when you're passionate, a Millwall fan can't ask for much more.
No, and we saw what Aziz got sent off for earlier in the season for the slightest of stamps, and yet losers grabbing players. And you saw that. What was the other one that?
So Iran Kunda gets tackled. I think it might have been a foul, to be fair.
It was a light foul.
It was given as a foul, and for some reason, I'm not sure if Doughty said anything to him, but Iran Kunda just completely loses his head, and it looks like he's going to go and punch him in the back of the head, but he ends up just going to him and completely shoving him. Yeah. Just two hands to the back. Doughty's nowhere near him. He runs to him. He runs like he's intending to hurt him, and he only gets a booking for it. And again, I think he should see red for it.
Yeah, and the refs spotted a few decisions today, and that's, I don't think he wanted to send a player off. They would have been calling for Billy Mitchell to get a second yellow, but he shouldn't, because he literally did not put his head.
He stood his ground. He didn't let lose a win in
No.
one of two ways. He didn't back off and he didn't lose his head. He did the professional thing to do, and he did what was right at the time.
Yeah, and that's testament to this team. They fight. They fight for each other in the right way.
Yeah.
They keep their heads. They don't lose it. They put themselves on the line, and it's a really good team ethos. You can see it. And we were one of the first in there. We wanted to get away early, and we've done well because we've got a barbecue tonight. And obviously we stayed to the end of the match. We always stayed to the end of the match, but other than Ipswich away, and where was the other one? Birmingham away. We definitely left early that game, but we stayed to the end of the match, and we were there, one of the first in there, and I done the monk chant before we even started, and it was good to see the players react to it, and give them a know that the fans were there, we were backing them, and when Millwall fans and the Millwall team are in harmony with each other, it really is the 12th man. We do make a difference, and the players will say that, and it felt like that in the away end today. And who knows what's going to happen now? I know we've done it with this. It feels like a really long video, but we've got Coventry on Tuesday night. It's a big game. I know I've said my man of the match, but Doughty I felt played really well. I thought Negley had an excellent game. Cooper and Taylor at the back, just so dominant. Crocombe didn't make a save, did he?
Yeah, but he played well. His
distribution's all right. But I mean,
no,
we've gone away to a team that was sitting 6th in the league.
With 7 games unbeaten in the league as well.
7 games unbeaten in the league, and our goalkeeper hasn't had to make a save. I think that pretty much sums that up.
That's testament to the defence.
Yeah.
And what I've got to say, that defence today has got to be, because I haven't seen times before 2011, and I barely saw times from 2015 before, but it's the best Millwall defence I've ever seen. It is honestly incredible. Crammer, one of the best defenders in the league. Cooper, with Taylor, is one of the best defenders in the league. Taylor, one of the best defenders in the league, and he can score a goal from set pieces as well, and obviously not from about 30 yards as well.
Yeah.
And then Doughty played every game for Luton in the Premier League. You don't get that.
And he was man of the match today.
Exactly.
Certainly for you. If we can, it's a big if. In terms of strengthening, it's a big choice for Alex Neil in positions that we do strengthen. Potentially, we do need another striker. We do need a left winger. Ballo I don't think played very well today. Was kind of in and out of the game, and we carried a few players, and that's always a good sign to be that dominant. Still carry a few players, but if we can keep players fit, the key players fit, there's no question we can challenge at the top of the division. And I'm not necessarily saying we're going to get the automatics or even the playoffs. It's Millwall, and it's a big jump considering the amount of money that the teams around us are spending. Look at Ipswich and Coventry and the money that they've got to pay.
Well, we've been asked to pay 30 million for a keeper. It just shows how much the money is going up in leagues like the Championship.
Not that we're going to, but
no, of course.
And let's see where we are. It's an exciting time to be a Millwall fan. You got anything else you want to say?
As we said earlier, it's stuff you don't see often. When the Millwall fans and the players are together, when you're sitting 4th in the league, and you could be by the end of the day 6 points clear in the playoffs. It's unbelievable what the players are doing. And don't get me wrong, we could lose 3-0 at Coventry and slightly decline, but look, we've got to take every game as it comes, and this is incredible what we are doing at the moment.
No one's going to want to play us.
No.
That's what I would say. No one's going to look forward when they've got Millwall on a Saturday or on a Tuesday night. They're not going to look forward to playing us, and that's what you want. That's what, whether it's at home or away, no one's going to want to play Millwall. And when we're playing like that, and not just about the dominance in terms of physicality, I'm talking about the way we played, the way we passed the ball around, the way we're finding the channels and finding balls in between centre back and left back. It's an exciting time, but one game at a time. We'll see you all after the Coventry game, and hopefully we're smiling. If you ask me, I'd take a point now, but why?
All day long.
Why are we not going there for all 3? That's the Millwall way at the moment. We've got 3 points today. There's only one way we can end it. No one likes us.
We don't care.
Yes! Come on!